This is Laika Maravilla, a registered psychometrician, a trying hard educator, motivational speaker, and author. And it's time for us to share stories, insights, and lessons as we keep trying hard to be better together.
Ikaw. Oo, ikaw. Content creator ka. Whether you have a huge following or you're posting just for your friends to see it, content creator ka. At ano ang may papayo ko sa inyo? That's what we're going to talk about today. Alright, now whether you agree or not dun sa unang statement ko, the fact that you stayed for this episode means na you understand sa panahon ngayon, lahat tayo na may phone, lahat tayo na may social media account, lahat tayo ay content creator. And whether you want your following to stay as it is right now, whether you want to remain private at sa mga kaibigan mo lamang at sila lamang makakakita ng posts mo, or if you want to grow your audience, maybe create a YouTube channel, a TikTok account, or a blog, or anything like that, I hope yung mga things that I learned sa ilang taon, medyo padekada na rin ng paggawa ng content, makatulong ito sa inyo. Okay? Now, here's the first thing that I think we need to talk about. We have to talk about the why before the what and before your how. Now, ano ibig sabihin ko doon? Every time na meron akong speaking engagement, every time I get to talk about content creation and I get to talk to aspiring content creators, young or old, ang laging tinatanong sa akin is usually what or how questions. How do I grow my following? How do I make my videos? How do I make my content go viral? What should I use? What are the best cameras these days? Laging ganun yung mga tinatanong sa akin. But I think the more important question is always the why. Ano yung why? Bakit mo gustong gumawa ng content? And when we talk about that, let me just offer up 3 of the common reasons why people go online. The first reason is to be entertained. And I think lalo na sa panahon ngayon ng pandemic, lahat ng tao pupunta online para maaliw, makanood ng mga funny na videos, makarinig ng things that they could relate to. We are here to be entertained. Now, another reason is for us to feel things. There's always an emotional component when it comes to content creation. That is why, say, sa akin, yung mga animal rescue videos, especially dog rescue videos, na merong mga before and after ng mga dogs kapag na-rescue na sila, pinapaiyak ako nun. Okay, walang mintis yan. Pag nakita ko ng ganyan online, sigurado ako iiyak ako. Now, another reason why people go online is to learn something. The third E is yung education. And I guess nandun ako dun sa pinaka-stream na yon with the Team Laika videos, yung mga tutorials, even my TikTok videos are mainly educational content. But then again, kung ito yung tatlong reason why people go online, the next question would be, why do you want people to consume your content? Ano yung gusto mo na mangyari sa kanila kapag nanood sila ng video mo, nagbasa sila sa vlog mo, nakinig sila sa podcast mo? Do you want them to be entertained? Gusto mo bang maaliw sila? Gusto mo bang maging, dose of positivity sa kanilang seemingly mundane lives? Gusto mo bang maging emotional sila about it? Do you want them to be compelled to do things, make them feel things? Yun ba yung dahilan? Do you want them to laugh? Do you want them to cry? Do you want them to be motivated? Or do you want them to learn something? Educational ba yung content mo? And when we talk about educational content, it's not just, the things that I do on the technical side of things. Hindi lang yung math, hindi lang yung English, hindi lang logic. Educational as in, you maybe teaching them how to cook a dish. So recipe. Pwede kayong magturo kung paano mag-ayos or magkumpone ng mga equipment. Paano magpalit ng light bulb. All of these things, educational pa rin sila in nature. Pwede nyo rin i-share kung ano yung buhay ninyo as a professional. Ano yung day in your life as an engineer, architect, doctor, nurse, or x-ray technician, for example. Now, all of these things, pwede natin gawin online. But what I would argue would be, maganda if you can find an intersect. And there's a sweet spot right in between. The way that I do my videos dun sa Learn with Laika, lalo na on TikTok, is I try my best na even if educational yung content, may konting sundot ng entertainment. So sometimes I post skits, sometimes yung mga examples that I use, may mga hugot lines, sometimes meron ding mga medyo comical na GIF na nilalagay ko or GIF dun sa video. And of course, nilalagyan din natin ng konting emotion. Ibig sabihin, lalagyan natin ng call to action, di ba? Nirelate natin sa buhay nila. Have you ever asked this question? Naka-encounter ka na ba ng ganitong tanong? So there's also an emotional aspect. And I try my best to be as honest as possible, not to be yung blank na instructor na usually na-encounter natin in school, di ba? Na parang medyo impersonal. I try to learn with them. And that is why Learn with Laika yung pangalan ng podcast. Ops, okay, medyo yan, slip of the tongue yon. learn with Laika yung pangalan nung hashtag natin sa TikTok. And whether magiging podcast siya soon or hindi, iiwanan muna natin yan up in the air, no? But anyway, so again, Learn with Laika kasi it has to be me learning with them. It's a process of learning with people. So again, nandun yung intersection ng entertainment, educational, emotional. Now, kayo din, when you ask yourself, anong klaseng content yung gusto kong i-post? Gusto ko ba silang may matutunan dito? Gusto ko silang maka-feel ng something? Ano yung why? Why am I setting out dito sa journey ko as a content creator? And the reason why I always parang encourage people to start with the why is because I know how hard it is. Hindi ko yan i-sugarcoat. Hindi lahat ng sumubok maging content creator, lalo na to get to the point na namomonetize nila to or pinagkakakitaan nila ito, ay nagiging successful agad-agad. In fact, I wasn't earning anything from YouTube during my first 2 years ng paggawa ng videos. Hindi pa uso monetization nung una akong gumawa ng videos eh. And kahit nung may monetization na, not enough people were watching my videos, were, watching the ads on my videos para magkaroon ako ng income. Until another year after, another 2 years actually for me to start earning every month, no? So talagang mahabang proseso siya. And if hindi ako sold dun sa why ko, which is to democratize education in the Philippines or to give people free access to quality education online, I would have quit. And ang totoo, okay, hindi ko i-deny yan. Magkukwit ka talaga kasi wala ka naman nakukuha eh. In fact, lahat nga ng savings ko, binuhos ko dito. Lahat ng oras ko na pwede kong i-spare, rumarakit ako just so I can buy equipment, so I can sustain yung aking sarili, so I can pay my bills, dahil nga hindi lucrative yung content creation. So again, you have to have a why first. And I want you to answer that question. Now, fair warning din, no? There are a lot of temptations kasi kapag content creator ka na. So, unang struggle would be it's hard to earn money. Second, the struggle would be when you're actually earning money. When you're actually hitting a certain number of views, lagi na merong draw. Merong pull na gumawa ng certain things para masustain yung positive na trend na yon. Gusto mong may mas maraming manood sa'yo, gusto mong mas mapag-usapan ka, and if you are not sold on your why, it's easy for you to fall into yung trap ng paggawa ng content para lang dumami yung views, which is something that I don't want you to go through. Okay? So again, you have to have your why sorted out before you even start asking which camera to buy. Even before you start posting your first video, I encourage you to find a why. And if it's as simple as wanting the viewer to leave your video with a smile on their face, diba, gusto ko lang magpatawa, gusto ko lang pasayahin sila, bakit naman hindi? You know, the late Lloyd Cafe Cadena, I had the privilege of meeting him a number of times before he passed. And he probably won't even remember who I am, no? Pero some of the panels that we were in, kasi may ilang beses na nag-share kami sa isang panel, yan yung laging sinasabi. Gusto ko pag nanood sila ng videos ko, mapapangiti ko sila, mapapasaya ko sila. And I'll admit, no, at first, inisip ko, parang medyo ano yun, di ba? Parang medyo subjective masyado yung magpapasaya ako sila. Or some people would even say mababaw na dahilan yung mapasaya sila. But until I actually started watching his videos, that's when I understood the power ng isang video to change a person's mood. And I think this will be the first time I'm going to say this. I actually miss his videos. Kasi nung medyo malungkot talaga ako, itong past few years, lagi kong inaabangan yung mga videos niya. Kasi for some reason, tawang-tawa ko dun sa ibang mga videos niya. And sayang, no? Sayang na ramdam yung pagkawala niya. And again, the reason is just that. Gusto niya lang magpasaya ng tao. So again, iba-iba tayo ng dahilan. But I need you to have that reason before you get started. Your why before your what, before your how. Now, the second tip is this: consume to create. Okay? Consume to create. Ano ibig sabihin ko dyan? You know, Gary Vee, if you're familiar with him, Gary Vaynerchuk would always say, if you want to learn how to create content on a platform, sit there for 4 hours a day, scroll through the content, consume content, and then create content. And I actually agree with that. Long before I saw him talk about it, that was what I was telling people already. You have to consume content in order to create it. And when I say consume content, it's not about kokopyahin ko ha. Kasi hindi rin tama yun. Okay? Hindi pwede na kokopyahin mo yung buong script ng isang content creator, pati yung color grading niya, pati yung kung paano siya mag-edit, gagayahin mo. Hindi naman yun ang sinasabi natin. And again, we have an earlier conversation on being gaya-gaya or copying or being inspired. I think this is one of the first episodes here in a podcast. Pwede nyo panoorin yun or pakinggan yun. But what I'm saying here is, you have to consume content, whether it's in written form, video form, audio form, on the same platform o hindi. And then you will start to put together yung vision mo for your own videos. Kumbaga ako, the way that I edit my, sabihin na natin, YouTube videos sa Team Laika channel, ibang-iba siya sa kung paano yung pinepresent yung mga videos sa Laika Maravilla Vlogs. Bakit? Kasi magkaibang tao yun eh. Yung Laika Maravilla Vlogs, it's more personal. Medyo mas mabilis yung cuts, mas informal siya. Even the language that I use or the tone that I use, it's where I get to be me. Yung Team Laika, educational siya, topical siya. So, ibig sabihin nun, I have to stick to the topic. I have to make sure that my jokes, if I even have jokes, ay mas sanitized or mas acceptable to a larger crowd. Lalo na these days that piniplay nila through the Knowledge Channel and Solar Learning yung mga videos ko on YouTube. So I need to change the tone. So I had to honestly look at the existing content. Marami ring educational content out there. Khan Academy, di ba? Your chemistry, organic chemistry tutor, crash course. Look at these things and see ano lang yung kaya kong gawin, ano yung kaya kong gawin with what I have, ano yung pwede kong kuning inspiration from them, and then yun yung gagawin kong video. Of course, I also need to consume content. Ibig sabihin, kailangan ko magbasa ng mga books on building your memory, magbasa ng books when it comes to public speaking, magbasa ng books when it comes to grammar. Everything I do, I research. So, you have to consume to create. Now, bakit? Kasi kung hindi ka magko-consume ng content, mauubusan ka. Ganun lang talaga yon. I remember, I think it was an old TV interview with Ricky Lee. I saw this when I was in grade school and he said, wala kang maisusulat kung wala kang binabasa. And ganun din when it comes to content creation. So, you need to consume to create. Okay, so manood, magtingin, ano yung mga gusto ko, ano yung mga hindi ko gusto, and then through that, you will start to hone your voice. Okay? Consume to create. Third tip sa inyo. Okay, na-consume mo na yung mga content, gusto mo nang gumawa. My next tip is, you have to move to improve. Now, ano ibig sabihin ko doon? A lot of people get stuck in wanting to create the first perfect video. Or actually, to make their first video perfect. Kaya hindi sila nagpo-post. And one of the hardest encounter sa akin sa buhay ko is when I come face to face with an aspiring content creator. Tapos magko-complain sila sa akin. Sasabihin nila, alam mo coach, gusto ko talaga magkaroon ng successful na YouTube channel eh. Kaya lang, ewan ko ba, ginawa ko na lahat. Pero bakit wala akong followers, wala akong subscribers, wala masyado nanonood ng video ko. Now, the first thing I usually ask is this. Ilang videos na yung ginawa mo? Okay? Now, bakit? Kasi I think that's a very telling sign sa kung ang tao ay desidido na mag-create ng content or gusto lang nila yung success that comes after it. Now, that may be my bias speaking a little. Kasi nga, I went through that. The first 100 videos I made during my first year of creating videos on the Team Laika channel, I got maybe a couple thousand views, a couple thousand subscribers. It really didn't blow up. And yung trajectory, yung growth was really slow. I remember in 2017, this was about 3 years since I first started posting yung educational content. 3 years in, with about 300 videos, I ended the year with 17,000 subscribers. Now, anyone with half a brain would say, tama na, di ba? Parang mag-quit ka na. In fact, the people around me were telling me that. Kasi, di ba kung mag-blow up siya, matagal na siya nag-blow up. Educational yung content, marami namang natutulungan, marami nang pumasa ng civil service at that point. Pero bakit hindi nandun yung numbers? Walang brand deals, walang kahit 17,000. Now, the next year, 2018, I think we ended the year with about, ilan ba? 110,000 subscribers. So, imagine the jump from then to then. 2019, we ended the year with about 600,000 subscribers. 2020, we ended the year with 1.1. Right now, we are, I'm recording this May of 2021. Nasa 1.38 million subscribers tayo. Now, ibig sabihin dun, again, it took a long time before it started na mag-grow. And the numbers are quite ridiculous. Kasi, I have 1.38 million subscribers, sabihin na natin, pero I have 850 plus videos public ngayon sa YouTube. 800 plus videos. And that's a lot. And the truth is, there are so many people out there who have more subscribers than I have, but only made maybe 3 videos, 4 videos, 20 videos. Nothing malapit dun sa 850. Now, why am I saying that? I'm not saying this to glorify myself. I'm just saying this to say na meron tayong kanya-kanyang pace, kanya-kanyang story, kanya-kanyang growth, okay? At bilis ng growth. And if you are fixated on perfecting your content, on making sure na yung una kong ipopost mag-viral agad, you may end up being disappointed. So you have to move to improve. Just keep creating content. Okay? Gawa lang ng gawa. In fact, yung mga una kong mga videos, yung iba sa kanila ni-retire ko na. Ibig sabihin, ginawa ko na lang silang private or dinelete ko na sila. Kasi yung mga una kong videos talaga, I was just using an old laptop, mouse pa yung ginagamit ko pang sulat, sobrang nervyosa ko pa, English speaking pa ako. So, medyo mas kaunti yung nakaka-relate sa akin. So, tinanggal ko na yung mga lumang videos. Ina-update ko na lang sila. Pero kung hinintay ko, sa totoo lang kung hinintay ko na magkaroon muna ako ng equipment that I have right now, a proper camera, a proper mic, and a tablet para gumawa ako ng videos, baka hindi ko to narating. At all. Baka hindi ako nakaabot sa ganito karaming subscribers at this point in time. Kasi nga again, it's all about just creating content. Gawa ka lang ng gawa. Yung improvement will come, ito yung mito or ito yung kasabihan, wag naman mito, pero ito yung kasabihan sa content creation scene. Usually you see improvement after your first 100 videos. So kung 10 videos yan, 20 videos yan, 50 videos yan, pero wala pa masyadong viewership, wala pa masyadong improvement, just keep creating content. Okay? And again, babalik tayo dun sa unang pointer, your why before your what. Because at the end of the day, if sold ka sa why mo, kahit na wala masyadong mga nanonood, kahit hindi mo nakikita yung improvement, magpapatuloy ka. Now, yung first tip is value over views. Medyo na-touch ko na kanina kasi talagang nasa ano ko yan nasa war cry ko yan or nasa puso ko talaga yan. Na huwag sukatin yung success based on your views. This will actually bring us to the first point, no? Parang full circle siya. If you have a strong why and you add value to the people watching your videos, kahit na 20 lang silang nanood, 100 lang silang nanood, magiging masaya ka pa rin. And I remember celebrating the little victories before. If a video gets to 100 views, sobrang saya ko na, lalo na nung unang nagsisimula ako. And that feeling hasn't changed. I'll be very honest with you, no? There are times na Okay, looking through my channel right now, I would post a video, maybe a math lesson. Tapos, katulad ito, Introduction to Logarithms. I posted this a week ago. Yung topic na yon, of course, I had to research it. I had to make the PowerPoint, shoot the video, record the video, edit the video, upload the video, create the thumbnail and everything. So, sabihin na natin roughly a full day of work para ma-produce ang video na yan. And right now, even at 1.38 million subscribers, ang views niya ay nasa 2,500. So, hindi ganun kalaki yung views. But, the reason why I keep on doing this is kasi alam ko na out of the 2,500 views na yan, sabihin na natin, maybe a couple hundred of them, maybe even less, pero okay lang din yun, naintindihan nila yung logarithms finally. And because I look at them more than the numbers, I see them as people na kumbaga nalinawan sa topic na ito, then sulit na yung pagod ko. Okay? For example, I look at the comments right here. Someone said, si Ran Camero, sabi niya, "Hi Coach, thank you po. Hoping for advanced topics pa about logarithms." So again, we're seeing na may mga nag-enjoy. Luren says, "Got a perfect score, Coach. Thank you for the new lesson. God bless, Coach Aja." So again, even if I don't get the numbers, the big numbers, the hundreds of thousands, the millions, that's okay. Because my video adds value to the lives of the viewers. Okay? So it's value over views all the time. Now, dapat lang may balance syempre ng practicality. Kaya nga rin lagi ko sinasabi na when it comes to content creation, kung hindi pa kaya ng AdSense ninyo or hindi pa kaya ng brand deals, hindi pa kaya ng income ninyo na mag full-time, wag muna. Kung wala kang savings, wag muna. I remember talking to someone last year, actually talking them out of the decision kasi sabi niya sa akin, "Coach, mag-resign na lang ako. Kukunin ko yung retirement package, ika-cash out niya daw dun sa kanyang kumpanya na pinapasukan kasi may bonus yan, di ba? Kaya 5 years or 10 years maging invested ka sa company. Kukunin ko yon, magre-resign ako para gumawa ng videos. Ipambibili ko lahat ng retirement ko ng equipment. So, bibili daw siya ng pinakamamahaling camera, bibili siya ng mamahaling lens, lights, everything else. Uubusin niya yung kanyang pera, pati savings niya sa equipment kasi gusto niya maging content creator. And I told him right away na parang you may have to reconsider kasi it's not a very smart decision. Bakit? Kasi hindi naman lahat ng nag-start na gumawa ng videos nagiging successful right away. And the truth is, hindi lahat na nagiging successful, maganda yung equipment. Hindi rin lahat ng magandang equipment nagiging successful. So ano ibig sabihin nun? Start with what you have. Be smart about your money. Now, one of the things that I did, which I encourage you to do, whether nandito na kayo sa journey ng content creation or nagsisimula pa lang, is this. Yung perang pumapasok sa inyong AdSense, perang pumapasok dahil sa pagiging content creator mo, itabi mo siya. Tapos yun lang yung i-reinvest mo uli. Okay, ano ibig sabihin nun? The first year that I started earning sa AdSense, putol-putol pa yon kasi meron niyang threshold, dapat $100 minimum per month para magka-payout ka. Hindi ko pa yun naaabot every month. So, matagal-tagal pa yon. Malaktaw minsan 3 buwan, 4 na buwan, 5 buwan, no? And iniipon ko yon. Tapos yung inipon ko na yon, yun ang pinambili ko nung bumili na ako ng mic, pinambili ko nung eventually bumili na ako ng una kong maayos na camera, yung Canon M3 ko, na buhay pa hanggang ngayon. Yun din yung nung nakaipon na rin ako, nakabili ako ng Canon M50. And ngayon, we now have dalawa nun, Canon M50. Kasi ginagamit ko for webinars and live streaming, ginagamit ko rin for content creation. So, lahat ng equipment na ito, nire-reinvest lang natin. Of course, with the help of Team Laika and the Hope Fund and the people who send their support, mga channel members natin, partners natin, sila yung pinagsasama-sama natin to buy new equipment. But am I going to drain my current savings just to buy, sabihin na natin, a red camera or a fully decked na studio? Not really. Bakit? Babalik tayo dun sa why. Kasi one of the things na i-advise ko rin sa inyo before I let you go sa episode na ito is this. The most valuable thing, sa totoo lang, that you can have as a content creator, a freelancer, an employer, anyone, is the power to say no. And you have to hold on to that power. So yes, ang realidad nito is we've said no to more brand deals and brand sponsorships than we've said yes to. We've said no to some opportunities here and there kasi hindi aligned sa vision ko or sa values namin as a company. But that power to say no stems from the fact that we are being very smart with the money. Dahil wala akong utang na kailangang bayaran, hindi ako nag-overspend kaya wala akong utang sa credit card ko, wala akong utang sa kahit kanino. Dahil cash positive tayo, I can say no. And I want you to think of that then before I send you out into this journey sa content creation. Okay, so again, 4 tips on how to be a content creator. Number 1, look at your why or ask your why before asking the what and how questions. Consume to create. Move to improve. So keep creating videos, keep creating podcasts, keep creating your content. And remember, it's always value over views. Each person behind that number, okay, they're the people who matter. And, 20 may not seem like a lot, 30 may not seem like a lot, but think of it this way. Sa isang classroom, maraming tao na yung 20, maraming tao na yung 30. Mas marami yung 100, 500, 10,000, 100,000. Hindi sila numero. Tao sila. And you get to reach, teach, inspire, motivate, bring a smile to the faces of these people. So be a good content creator. Be a good creator so you can create good content. Alright? Now, yan yung pag-uusapan natin today. But before we end, I'm just sending a quick shout out sa mga boys from Kumu. Kung hindi pa kayo familiar sa Kumu, Kumu is a Pinoy live streaming app. All Pinoy for all Pinoys from here and all over the world. If gusto nyo mag-connect o tumambay with a lot of Filipino streamers, kasama na rin ako, go and download Kumu today. Maraming mga streamers, maraming celebrities who go there and exchange in really delightful conversations then. So if you want to download Kumu right now, you can use our link in the description sa episode na ito. You can go to podlink.co/Kumu-trying hard to download Kumu today. I go live there every 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon on Tuesdays. So abangan nyo kami dyan. We talk about things. We talk about life. We just recently talked about getting hired doon and we'll follow up on that then soon. And again, don't forget to follow this podcast if you haven't yet. Follow nyo na. Share this with your friends if you feel that this is something that's going to be helpful to them. And as always, if you want to join the conversation, the Trying Hard podcast community is there for you. You can find it on Facebook. Type nyo lang, Trying Hard Podcast Community, and you will be able to engage in conversations with a lot of tryhards from all over the Philippines and all over the world. Kasama na rin ako dyan. Okay? Kaya kung may request din kayo mga topics, pwede nyo isend doon. Gusto nyo magpapayo, pwede nyo i-post doon at sasagutin natin yun sa mga susunod nating episodes. Alright? If you want to post anything about this, use the hashtag Trying Hard with Laika and we'll find you online. At yun muna for today. As we always say, dream big, work hard, start now, and don't be afraid to be called a tryhard. Kaya niyo yan. We'll talk to you soon.